What is up, guys? NPS Reefer here, back at it with another video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about a big scare that I had this past week and how you can avoid the same situation. Let's get to it. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about palytoxin and palytoxin poisoning. This past weekend, I was actually fragging some palythoas. I did it all underwater. I was wearing gloves, but I wasn't really thinking. The gloves only came out just a hair past my wrist. And obviously, if you're stressing them out underwater, they do release toxins into the water. I have heard some really scary stories of people boiling them and actually inhaling the toxins through airborne particles. And most of the time that results in death because it gets in your respiratory system. That causes a bunch of issues. And those are the worst case scenarios with palytoxin. And I was blessed to just get a mild situation. So I want to explain exactly what happened and how you guys can avoid this. What I was doing, like I said, I was fragging palythoas underwater, thinking that was a smart idea. I did only wear gloves up to my wrist, like I said. So I'm guessing when I was fragging them and they were getting really stressed out, they were releasing toxins into the water. Obviously, it couldn't have been it couldn't have been too much because it wasn't as bad of a situation as it could have been. But I'm guessing what happened is some of the toxins must have leaked in through where my glove was below the water by the wrist, and I did have a couple like hangnail / cuts on my fingernails. It's not even close to as bad as it was. Still a little bit swollen right here. Like I said, this is nothing to what it was just yesterday, but it is definitely went down and healing. I am recording this video on Tuesday, and this is going to be uploaded Friday. So, like I said, I'm very blessed that it's already healed this much. Like I said, my whole hand started to swell up, and what I'm guessing happened is the toxins leaked into one of those hangnail cuts, and it just started swelling up my finger and causing a bunch of pain and kind of weird feelings in my hand. It was really hard to feel anything with my hand. I didn't feel pain, and my hand was just really fuzzy, and it was very hard to move my hand and clench a fist, which was kind of getting scary. I didn't think much of it at first because it legitimately just looked like it does right now, just swollen right here. And then that bump got bigger. I kind of got a little more worried because I kind of thought I knew what it was and what was going on. And it started to get bigger. Next thing you know, a few hours later, it swelled up very large, and I knew something was up. So I talked to my mom, and they said I should go in. So I went into the hospital. The nurses were kind of confused when I said, I told them I knew what it was, and they're like, so what is it? And I said, palytoxin poisoning. And they have never heard of palytoxin in their lives. I live in Michigan, so I'm guessing if you live by like a coast down in Florida or something, a lot of those hospitals will kind of have a general idea of what palytoxin poisoning is because it has happened before. And like I said, especially in Florida, I'm guessing they have cases coming every now and then from people snorkeling and rubbing up against them on rocks or getting them into a cut or something like that. But they were very confused. I had to educate them. I felt more of like the doctor myself because I had to pretty much tell them there isn't really a cure for this stuff. I mean, pretty much the only thing you can do is like steroids, and there's a couple antibiotics that could help with the swelling, but there's not really a good way to contain the palytoxin. So they did some research on Google, and they found out that it was one of the most toxic substances in the world. And so she came in, and I already kind of let them know that it could be pretty serious. But like I said, I was blessed to have a mild situation. Just have my hand was starting to swell up, and it was starting to swell into my wrist. And my whole arm was feeling fuzzy that whole evening. The worst evening was probably on Sunday evening. It actually happened on Saturday was when I was doing the fragging. So like I said, it was a big scare. It could have been a lot worse. I was very blessed to get in real quick and figure out, obviously I knew what was going on, and get on the antibiotics. But like I said, this whole finger was swelled up yesterday. Now it's went way down, and it keeps going on down. So I'm very blessed to be here right now, to be completely honest with you, because like I said, it could have been a lot worse. So for a lesson for the future, if you ever have palythoas or zoanthids and you're fragging them, please take extra precautions while fragging them, or simply moving them around in the tank, even during water changes, because there has been multiple deaths from palytoxin. So you do have to be careful. It is nothing to mess with. It is one of the most toxic substances known to man in the world. So like I said, it is nothing to mess with. Zoanthids aren't as bad as the palytoxins. There's a couple species of palytoxins that are extremely toxic. So I do happen to have both of those extremely toxic ones in my house, which is a little crazy. But like I said, you just got to be very careful. And next time I'm fragging underwater, I'm making sure I wear gloves that come all the way up to my arm. So just keep that in consideration when you're fragging zoanthids, palytoxins, or any coral in general, because a lot of corals do have slight toxins in them. So just be careful when fragging and when handling corals. I just want to share my situation and what happened, and so it doesn't happen to you guys, and just help educate the community on what happened to me. So thank you for watching this video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. I know it was a little boring, but I figured I'd share what happened and how to avoid what happened. Thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to be the fish and feed them corals. We'll see you next time. This should be a reminder that when handling any corals, you should take extreme caution while handling them. Thank you for watching this video again, and we'll see you next time.